morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Glad to have you here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Welcome back to Game On. This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I am your host, Will, here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. So grab your favorite cup of coffee. I know it's early. Sit back, relax. I'm going to tell you what's on the menu today. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do our educational. It's Saturday, so you know what we got to do. Educational highlight segment. Last few weeks, we've kind of went over, we went a big introduction of what is highlight. Last week, I brought on world highlight champion Benny, and he broke down for us like the court, where you're trying to throw it, what's the strategy. That was kind of cool. Today, we're gonna go look at some of the highlight, all of highlights, like social media stuff, their website, just kind of get a feel of everything, and then look at some of their clips and stuff on their YouTube channel and whatnot. So I can show you where you can find all this stuff, where you can learn more about highlight and go watch videos and stuff on your own and see if you're interested in this sport or not. So that's the plan. And then after that, we're switching into Rumble Premium. I got to knock out these last few Rumble Premium hours, so we will be premium. But don't worry, Rumble. If there's any of you in the chat that wants to hang around, I'll shoot some gifted subs, so you don't have to go anywhere. All right. Let's just do it right now. We'll just start off with a nice little fiber. And that way, if anyone comes in that's not subbed, which I don't know why you're not subbed to the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet right now. But hey, now you can get a free one. B-Mac, what up, buddy? He says, are they still doing free contests on Spark It? They moved away from Spark It. I don't know if they're doing contests over there or not, but I know I was told at the beginning of the year that they're not pushing that anymore. I think they're going to try to go. They're mainly focused on people betting on the sport through DraftKings, which is great. What up, Buku? What up, Gas Station Burrito? He says, hail, chat, and good morning, Will. Good morning to you, buddy. How are we doing? So that's the plan. I got to knock out these Rumble Premium hours, so we're going to go into that. But here's what we're going to do in Rumble Premium. There's an interesting baseball stuff to talk about. We got to talk about the college football games last night. Anytime I tell you about a Houston team, just do the opposite, because I cannot get the town of Houston, the sports teams in Houston right this year. I don't know what's going on. Somehow, some way, there was a great opportunity to bet both sides the whole game against Florida State and Virginia. Could have made a lot of money, but somehow I was the only one that figured out a way to lose money on that game. That was cool. But don't worry, made it all back up with TCU. Even though they lost, I still made money off of it. It was great. And then what else we got? You guys got to help me with some contest picks. You guys got to help me with some college. We're going to go through college football games today and bets. And I just noticed over on the NFL shop, they released their salute to service. I always buy the salute to service every year sweatshirt. And I want to go check out their salute to service gear. Maybe I'll order some gear today too. So we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into Houston did not cover. I know, that's what I'm saying. Houston won, but they did not cover. Listen, when they were down, I could have got them as I think they were down at halftime. I could have got them. They were even down going to the fourth quarter, I believe. And I could have got them at like very cheap plus money. And I wasn't watching the game, and I was proud of myself. Even though they did come back and win, I was like, you know what? Nope. I was like entering in, placing the bet, and I go, nope. Set my phone down, and I go, I'm not doing it. I've been burned so many times. And that's one thing with Kalshi. I swear, if you're trying to live bet, especially chasing something, you got to be watching the game. And I've told myself, don't do it. Don't you dare. And yeah, I would have won, but still, I'm still proud of myself, because more times than not, I get burned in that spot. So here we are. Oh yes, Buku sending the teasers. Buku's teaser last week hit for us. I got to tail that. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. Share this out there, whether it's on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, or of course Rumble. Hit the repost. Let people know where they can find the most professional, on-time, non-clickbait sports show on the internet. I want to play this though. This was Virginia and Virginia's fans, especially Virginia's fans, storming the field last night. They went up to Florida State and said, I'm gonna throw your ass in the pond.
Hey, come on, man. No,
Hold on. That wasn't loud enough. Let's try that.
hey,
there we go.
Come on, man.
So we'll get all of that and more. We'll get all of that and more. What's up, Unruffled over on the Kick? You said tired of streaming to zero. We ain't got zero here. We got all our good friends here. We got Mont in the house. Got Grass Guy here. B-Max in the house. Boku. I'm mad that I didn't bet more on Europe. I'm mad I didn't bet. I think it's, the American pride in me. But I'll throw away that American pride if it's about making money. But I went light on it. You know what I mean? I went light on it. Okay. Let's talk. Where do we want to start? We got to start with the highlight, but I'm figuring out where we want to start in highlight. We'll start with their website. All right, as a lot of you guys know, over the last few years, we've covered the World Highlight League. They're awesome. They're a good sponsor of this show, and they support us. So we support them. And over at the World Highlight League, highlight is an awesome sport. If you want to know more about the sport of highlight, the last two videos I've done have been with the first one was just breaking down what is highlight, showing you the rules and showing you everything about highlight. This the video we did last week, I brought world champion highlight player Benny on the show and had him break down with us the court, as you can see in the background here. The court, the different lines, what they mean, what's the strategy, where are you trying to throw the ball, where are you trying to, what does it mean when you say he hits it off the two wall and all that kind of stuff. So we that was fun. If you want to, I encourage you to go back and look at those. They're pinned up on Rumble, or you just scroll down on Rumble. You can see some of those as well. But today I want to just show you where you can find all their social media and everything like that. So here's their main website, and links in description. Links to all these things are in the description of this stream or video, however you're watching it. But let's see. We start with their main page here, and of course, they've got all their logos. We're talking about mainly Battle Court highlight is what we're doing. That's what we can bet on. There's Pelota, which is the other form of highlight, but the main one that we cover is Battle Court highlight. And they play they play Tuesday through Friday each week this season, which is awesome. Last week it was only 3 games a week. We get 4 games a week now. Tuesday through Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. Fridays are at 7 p.m. Eastern. I love it because it's like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're recovering from, there's no football, get a little highlight action. Thursdays is great because you're waiting for that Thursday night football game, right? You need something to watch. You want something to bet on. You can go over. You can watch a little highlight before. It's a little pregame. Get a little action. But as you can see here, they always have the next match posted up right here, and this will be for Tuesday. Is that Tuesday or is that Monday? Are we playing Monday? September 30th is Tuesday, right? Yeah, September 30th is Tuesday. I don't know why I was thinking it was Monday. But then you can scroll down. And we can start with the different teams. So there's 6 teams. You got the Fireballs, the Renegades, Warriors, Chargers, Cyclones, and the Devils. 4 of these teams make the playoffs. So it's pretty cool. They'll have their schedule posted here where you can see that, and you can click the calendar to see the full rest of the season. I believe we start. We'll see. We start December 5th is the playoffs. So we go all the way through, we're about to hit October. We go all the way through October, all the way through November. Then December 5th is the playoffs, and the championship is December 12th. I already got goosebumps. I feel like the season's flying by way fast. Good morning, Miss Leslie. How are we doing? And then they'll have the standings on the main page as well. And as you can see, the Chargers are in first place. Man, the Chargers are doing well. The defending champs, the Renegades, the defending champs, they must have lost last night. They're 2-2. Interesting. And the Devils got a win. Did the Devils win last night? Let's take a look. So that's another great thing about this. So this is their main page and everything like that. Links to all their stuff where you can watch them on their YouTubes right here, ESPN and FUBO. You can wager at DraftKings, which I'll show you that here in a minute. If you're in Florida, you can at Hard Rock Bet, you can bet there. FanDuel also, and ESPN. More wager information right there. They've got highlight videos and whatnot, but I'll show you where you can go find their highlight videos. But if you want to see what happened last match, you go to results up here, and it'll always pull up the next match, so you can see the who's playing next. We got the Renegades going up against Cyclones there. Dude, Go Sherry and Manu, that's gonna be a great match. But you click down here and you click on the day. So last night, September 26th. Holy cow, the Devils got their first win of the season. Look at that. Did we get any upsets? I'm telling you guys, what did we tell you yesterday? Benny. Bet on Benny. All right. Benny came on the show on Saturday, and every time Benny comes on the show, he goes on a run. He won both his matches this week. That was a good set. He won in 3 sets. That was a good match. Look at the upset. Nicholas upset Goshieri. Oh, my goodness. We told you to bet Goshieri to lose the first set because he always seems to lose the first set there. But the number 1 highlight player in the world got upset yesterday. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. And where you can watch this is over on their YouTube channel, the World Highlight League Network. Look at that. They almost got 150,000. They just last season, the winter season, they crossed over 100,000. Their channel's growing like crazy. Congratulations to them. But you can go back and watch. So here's the homepage. They got the next week's next 3 upcoming matches. But you can go back and watch here last night's whole thing. We can go back and we can watch that, which I'm going to do later because I want to see how did Nicholas beat Goshieri. Was Goshieri just off? Was Nicholas just on fire? That's another thing about highlight is guys get in zones, dude, and it might not be for the whole match. It's actually really rare when someone can do it for the whole match. It's usually a set. Like, for example, Goshieri lost to his brother Aratz in the first set last week, and then he came out and he was just on fire. And it was probably the quickest set I've ever seen. There's sets they played at 6, first to 6, right? And you got to win 2 of 3 sets to win your match. And he came out and won 6-0. But it was like a lot of these matches, they rally. It might take a couple minutes to even get a point. He was getting them, I swear, with under a minute each time. He was on fire with his ball placement and everything like that. So I'm going to go back and watch that. But this is where you can find all their clips and stuff like that. They do a great job. They also have an Instagram, Twitter page and everything like that. Like I said, I have all that posted. Here's a link right to their Instagram as well, which has all these shorts on there and too. But they have some fun. Like, look at this. They're here. How did Nicholas make that save? Let's watch.
This one from the 12 line keeps it along the wall. Nicholas Robote kicks up to the middle of the court. Manu Costano 2-wall opens wide. Nicholas got there, flicked it up in.
How did he do? Look at this. Watch this. So the ball, if it goes out of bounds right here, because it's coming off the wall, they lose that point. But Nicholas saves it, returns it, and lobs it up there so the ball dies, and it looks like he gets
2-wall opens wide. Nicholas got there, flicked it up in one motion.
Oh no, he caught it. Okay,
though,
so he did that. Okay.
3-wall play. It lands in. Nicholas makes a save outside. He's gonna get up. Manu takes a look. There's another one.
So right here, he's in a bad spot. Nicholas is, but he's making incredible saves. But he's in a bad spot because Nicholas isn't able to return it with a whole lot of force there, and Manu is able to grab it, and as you can see, like take his time up there and make a spot. Now Benny was telling us,
get up. Manu takes.
See Manu how he was taking his time figuring out where he wants to place the ball depending on where Nicholas was standing. But as Benny was telling us, when you're up there like that, you got to make the shot count because they could fire one right in there and it can go right past you. So that was awesome. That was awesome. So there's that. I like some of these on here too because you got like videos. You can watch last year's. They did a good job of this clipping these out, but they clipped out each match of the championship from last year, which was pretty cool. The Renegades ended up winning. This one was a good match. Goshieri and Ben versus Lulu and Aratz. That was fun. But like I said, you can bet on these too. So there's the main one is DraftKings that most people, if you have DraftKings, you can bet on it. But if you're in Florida, you can do Hard Rock Bet. There's FanDuel and ESPN Bet as well. What you do is you go to the main page of DraftKings right here. Go over to A to Z Sports, and you scroll down to Jai-Alai right here. You click the World Jai-Alai League. And on match day, I think by 12 Eastern, usually, they will have the odds up for that day's matches. But they always have the if you want to bet on who's going to win this, you can get some extra value on the Renegades right now that they lost and they're not currently in first place. Like I said, they are the defending champs. And had you bought in on the Devils, which no one thought that, I mean, I'm shocked that the Devils won yesterday. But no one thought the Devils were going to win. They were 20-1 yesterday. Now they're down to 12-1 to make a little comeback. So if you believe in the Devils, that's pretty good value. But yeah, you can bet over on DraftKings. But their main page here, oh, hold on. But going back to their website, some of the cool things you can do on here, here's their about section. You can learn about the rules of Jai-Alai right here. It explains it all. We've gone over this, but if you are someone that wants to, take a look at this yourself, these are all the rules and everything. Like, it even tells you the draft, all that kind of stuff, how to play. So there's the rules there. And then one thing I like is you can go to teams. So here's our teams, and then we can go like here. Go to the Devils, and they got all their players right here. They got all their players right here, and then they got all their doubles pairs. And what's nice is, like, you can click on a guy like our guy Benny right here. Shout out to Benny. And some of these guys have interesting names. You know me. I'm terrible at saying names, which is great because you can just click this.
Benny.
Obviously, that one's easy. But let's go to another one. Where's that's Nicholas right here. This guy's new, Etcheberry. But will let me click on it. Maybe not. Maybe they don't have that up yet. Let's go to a different one. Benetrix. Nope. Here.
Kubala,
right? And they've got their stats on the season right here. And the previous year's stats too and whatnot, and his double stats and all that kind of stuff, and their ranking. That's another thing too. You got to look at their division rankings. Division 1, obviously the best. They try to pair up. If you're a Division 3, you're most likely going to be playing a Division 3 opponent, and whatnot. So that's awesome. And then so yeah, teams. I like it because you can click and understand their names, and a little background information about the players and whatnot. And they also have a shop. You click the little shop thing up there. They take you to their Jai-Alai League store, and you can get some sweet Jai-Alai gear. You can get yourself a cesta, some player cards, jersey. You can actually get actual jerseys. I got a bunch of them. I usually put them on for the stream. I forgot to this morning. But you can get player worn jerseys, which is kind of cool. You get home away for each team. Pretty cool stuff over there. And you can get yourself a cesta. They were nice enough to send me my cesta back there. Old school cesta. This is nice. I might have to get one of these. This one looks new. Look at that. That is clean. I'm going to give me one of those. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's just a little bit of a World Jai-Alai League, their social media, how to navigate everything and learn more about it. And like I said, each Saturday we'll be doing these Jai-Alai kind of educational stuff, whether it's how to navigate their websites, watching clips and stuff like that, learning more about the game of Jai-Alai. And of course, you can watch Jai-Alai Tuesday through Friday at ESPN 3, FUBO TV, or their YouTube channel. 5 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And I encourage you to go check them out. But this is the World Jai-Alai League. Go check them out. I'll see you guys next Saturday for another video. Booyah. Booyah. What's up, username? How we doing? Let's talk about the money on the floor today, Will. Where is the hamburger helper this morning? And we talked about Houston last night. Oh, my God. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing by them. We'll get into that. We're switching over to, but we will be switching over to Rumble Premium. So if you're watching elsewhere, come over and hang out on Rumble with us, okay? Come over, hang out with Rumble. I'm gonna switch to Premium right now, and then we're gonna kick off the other. Goodbye, YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. By the way, if you're watching elsewhere, tomorrow we're starting at 5:30 Pacific, so 8:30 Eastern. Normally we start at 5. We're starting at 5:30 because I gotta get up early, drive down to work, and I'm gonna be streaming from work. So we'll be doing that. But the Wise Guy Roundtable in the NFL will be tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Pacific. So I'll see you guys there.